just an incredible joy as a scholar, as a researcher, and indeed as a former classroom teacher and school librarian in Australia, to be just part of this triumphant day here in Chelmford. And first of all, it really is a deeply moving experience for me. I want to thank first of all the school leaders, from the superintendent down the school community, the public community that support this school, for your vision and insight, the financial commitment, the energy and the realisation of this truly magnificent space. It is just so deeply gratifying to see an educational community not only value but materialise such a beautiful learning space, and I want to deeply commend each of you who've been part of that decision making. What you have here is truly a lighthouse accomplishment for schools in Massachusetts. You have a lighthouse accomplishment for school libraries in Massachusetts, indeed across the US, and indeed in the work that I do internationally around the world. What you've done is transform a school library into a learning commons that traverses both the print and the physical information worlds, and one that will provide, I believe, unlimited opportunities for your students to have the best learning possible in this rich and diverse and complex information age that they're growing up in. You know, as I walked into this facility this afternoon, not having seen it for the first time, as I came into that door, the first thing that I saw was the sign above the information desk, and it said think. That's the first thing that you see when you come in here, and I think what a wonderful testament to the vision and the goal and the opportunity that is in this facility. As I looked around, I saw the sign above us. We set sail on this new sea because there is knowledge to be gained. And as I looked around, I saw the word us, a challenge for students and faculty to engage in the complex business of inquiry through the endless information opportunities that are here for them. I saw the alumni authors area. What a fabulous initiative as the kids come rushing in here to do their work. They see before them students who, like themselves, have gone out and become creators and producers and contributors to the knowledge agenda of this country. And I think that's an outstanding reminder for each person who comes in here. This is the gift of this particular facility. Ask, think, create, the authors. This focus on knowledge. I look around at the signs and I see the word create. And this, in essence, is what this facility is about. And I hope that every student and every teacher here will capture the depth of what that means, because what we've gone beyond in this facility is not merely an information collection. We've gone beyond the provision and the transmission of information to create an environment where the development of deep knowledge and deep understanding is at the heart of this facility. Because everything around me speaks that this is about the creation and the production of meaning and understanding. And that's the greatest gift any school can give to its children. That, to me, in this information world where people are drowning in information, the greatest gift is the gift of knowledge, and the gift to create knowledge and understanding for themselves. I just love also the restaurant booths. It's a wonderful statement that this is a place of food for thought. I look forward to coming back, Valerie, and actually even getting a double espresso. What we see in this beautiful facility is I think an embodiment of what is happening in the dramatic information landscape in which our children are growing up. We know that there are phenomenal changes in the digital and print information landscape. We've seen the development of amazing information technologies that are not just part of the dissemination of information, but we're currently in a wave of technological development which we call Web 2.0, which is providing creative intellectual spaces for the collaborative production of knowledge, the generation of content. And I want and encourage each one of you who are part of this school to keep that light alive, that this is an intellectual space, not a space of just mere physical objects that we might call books and magazines, but it is a centre for the production of and the development of deep knowledge and deep understanding. What I love as I walked around very intensely looking at this beautiful facility today, I see the media-rich environment. The technological environment is an immediate and important part of children's intellectual information to knowledge journey. And what it provides in this centre is access to an enormous range of tools that will enable children to engage in that whole business of knowledge production. I read an article very recently in the journal Educational Leadership. It was the educational commentator Mark Prensky. He wrote an article called Turning on the Lights. He's deeply concerned about the way education is going, and particularly in the media-rich, technology-driven and device-oriented world of our children. I too live with an iPod a lot of the time as I travel. It's actually got a name, it's called the iPod. But he went on to say, he's deeply concerned that in this technological and device-oriented world, his concern was powering down in school. Powering down not just the devices, but their brains. He says, it's their after-school education, not their school education, that's preparing our kids for their 21st century lives. And they know it. When kids come to school, they leave behind the intellectual light of their everyday lives and walk into the darkness of their old-fashioned classrooms. What we have here is not just a physical facility, but an intellectual facility where the lights come on. It's a place for lighting the intellectual fires. It's a place for powering up the devices. It's a place for experimenting with the world of ideas, for engaging in the vast, complex array of information and engaging with some of the exciting and often experimental tools that are there for kids to create representations of their knowledge. And I think what you've touched on today is the heart of the future of education.